Hey, beautiful people. So, I want to give you one journal prompt that will change your life. I've given it to my clients, I've used it myself, and recently I've had some really good experiences with using this prompt, not only because I've literally seen God work in me when I've used this prompt in my quiet time and physically in my own life. I've seen things come to pass as a result of just increasing my faith when I've used this journal prompt. So here's the thing: we desire to have a lot of things in our life, but we don't always close the gap between where we are and what we desire. And usually that gap is in our belief, in our faith. And so I do a lot of practicing and changing my daily habits to line up with my faith so that I can really manifest what I know God already has for me. And so when I was in Spain for about 3 months, I did a lot of journaling, a lot of reflecting. And during that time, I journaled about one prompt that really helped my life. So the first question is a why question. The second question is an if question. So the first question is a why question. And the why question is, okay, God, why fill the blank with whatever you are believing God for as if it's already done? So this is the part that really trips people up because you have to do it like it's already done. So it's like, okay, God, why do I have this loving marriage with this beautiful husband that loves you, that takes care of us, takes care of himself, that loves his family, just all the things. Like, why is that? And why did we get together in such a way that was so effortless, right? So if that's like your desire, you got to talk about it like it's already done. If it's a job, like, oh, why, God, do I have this amazing job that has the benefits that I desire, the salary that I desire, also has this amazing team and boss. It's a place where I can grow. It doesn't stress me out. God, how did I get here, right? So really asking yourself the question, or asking God the question, as if it's already complete. Now, this is where people get like, what? Because it really makes you have to get into the feeling, right? Get into the feeling, get into the groove of being the person that is already achieving it. Because when you already feel like you've achieved it, you literally get the answer like a snap of the finger every time. Because I truly believe that the things that we desire, the things that we're feeling confused about, or we're like, God, why don't I know X, Y, and Z yet? I truly believe we have the answer. We just have not embodied it actually being something that's true. When we believe that it's something that is true, I'm telling you, you suddenly know the answer. And so this is what happened to me while I was in Spain. I was really thinking about relationships and really desiring, marriage. And I've lived a beautiful life with beautiful relationships. And I've really just decided, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to be married. I'm ready to be with my person. And so I answered the question of, okay, God, well, the Holy Spirit, right? I'm like, God, why do I have this amazing marriage? And I just really got into the feeling of being a wife and feeling what it's like to be with the husband that I know God has for me. And in me, like, writing that down, the answer that came up for me was because you stopped looking. And I was like, ooh. And it was crazy, you all, because I literally wrote it down so quickly. And I was like, okay, God, that's interesting. And so I had to sit with myself for a while, right? Like, okay, in what ways have I been, kind of looking? And, what God showed to me is not that I was like actively looking, like in a sense of trying to chase after, someone. It was more of my disposition, like the anxiousness in my heart around being in places and like, oh, I wonder if my husband is here, or I wonder if I'm going to meet him this week. And even, and I think that that's okay. Like, I mean, that's kind of like anything else. Like, oh, I wonder if this is gonna be a client that I actually work with, or I wonder. But consider all the questions of wondering almost says it like it's not happening or it's not already done, because it's like, why should I wonder? It's like, if it's already done, I don't care if it's here or somewhere else. I can be at peace. And I feel like, for me at least, and this might not really be for you, but for me, it was like I was doing this from like a place of anxiousness. Like, I would go places like anxiously scanning the room, like, is he here? And then other times I wouldn't. But either way, there was a part of me subconsciously that didn't feel like it was already done. And so there was a part of me that was looking, even if I wasn't actively like chasing a particular person. So I was like, okay, God, this is good. I'm gonna like practice like not looking. I'm gonna practice just I don't have to look anymore. So then this is where the second question just comes in. This is just so simple, you all. The second question is, okay, if I believe that to be true, what would I do differently? What would I do differently today? How would I operate differently? What would be a habit that I would change? So what I immediately changed is that when I started going places, I didn't want to go there prepping myself in a way as if I have to attract this person that might be there that could be my husband. I just was like, I already have a husband and he's amazing and God has created him for me and he's going to come my way. So everything that I'm doing it like I already got a man. And that really just, I mean, I had more joy. I didn't have like any disappointment about whether I met somebody that day or what have you. And so I changed my disposition. I started even from a body perspective, like, oh, what would I feel in my body? Like a feeling perspective. Like, how would I feel in my body if I already knew my husband was with me, or if I already had a husband that was at home with me, like if I had this loving relationship. So I started like practicing feeling my chest, feeling my muscles with the feeling of peace, like the feeling of joy, the feeling of love, the feeling of being already secure in a relationship. And I know that sounds weird because we don't always think about our feelings being in our body, but our feelings are definitely in our body. Like, I want you to even notice right now, like, how is your body feeling right now? Is it full of like the feeling of anxiety? You know, like that gets stuck in our muscles. Is it the feeling of sadness? Is it the feeling of worry? Is it the feeling of frustration? Like, we carry feelings in our body. And so I was like, yeah, I want to like make my body feel like, yeah, this is already here. It's good. And so I practice this, y'all, like literally every day. When I found myself not feeling like that, I made myself practice feeling like that, sitting up taller, feeling more like filling my body with joy, all the things, and just being like, yeah, he's here. Like, this is amazing. I love this for me. So anyway, I'm telling you, within like less than 60 days, I definitely met my person. And I had to say this as like a testament. Like, I just believe there is something on when we like step into a place when we already believe something is done and we start acting like it's done and start feeling and embodying that person. That is 80% of the work. It is the easiest and the hardest work that you'll ever do because it's not hard. In a sense, right? What I'm talking about doesn't sound hard. It's not rocket science. It's not like go get on that app or go X, Y, and Z. And it doesn't mean like online dating is wrong or going to speed dating or being set up on dates and none of that is wrong. It's about what am I doing from a place of peace? And I'm actually going to start practicing this in my business. I've done it in some instances, but I'm like changing my business model and it's made me kind of anxious. And I know that comes from a place of me being afraid to believe that the business model I want to switch to is actually true for me and will be profitable and impactful the way that I see it. So I know that I get to practice this now in this area, but I've practiced it in one area and I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to share this with you all so that you can take this good stuff and put it into your life. So if you like this, you'll really like my main character energy challenge. So I have a main character energy challenge. You can download it for free $99 and it will really help you embody the identity that you want to step into, because I believe that 80% of the work that we get to do for anything in our life is clarity and identity. When we stand in who we are and what we desire, we can have whatever we want. The do's are not hard. So I want to help you do that. And if you like it, then go ahead and click below and I'll see you in the next video.